2025! The beginning of the second year of the Pokemon year cycle and the first full year of the Pokemon year cycle. And what better Pokemon to start off with than, well, Slakoth! Quite fitting, as I imagine quite a few people are feeling like Slakoth today. But before we get into that, you might have noticed I have a new black shirt. Anyway, Slakoth's previous PYC dates are December 9th, 1996, September 30th, 1999, July 21st, 2002, May 11th, 2005, March 1st, 2008, December 21st, 2010, October 11th, 2013, August 1st, 2016, May 23rd, 2019, and March 13th, 2022. I like the idea of a Pokemon based on a sloth. I think it's interesting how Slakoth's evolutionary line becomes more ape-like with each evolution. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we talk about Slakoth, the slacker Pokemon whose number is 0287. This is what it looks like. Its type is normal, ability truant, gender ratio 50-50, catch rate 255 or 43.9%, breeding is a group field, hatch time 15 cycles, height is 2'7" or 0.8 meters, weight is 52.9 pounds or 24 kilograms, basic experience yield is 83, in Gen 3 through 4, and 56 and 5+, leveling rate is slow, EV yield is 1 in HP, shape is that, footprint is that, Pokedex color is brown, and base friendship is 70. Slakoth is a normal type Pokemon introduced in Gen 3. It evolves into Vigoroth, starting at level 18, which evolves into Slaking, starting at level 36. Biology, Slakoth is a brown quadrupedal Pokemon with sloth-like qualities. It has coarse, shaggy fur with 2 dark brown stripes on its back. There is a scruff of fur on top of its head, and it has a large pink pig-like snout, pink eyelids, and dark rings around its eyes. It has long, lanky arms, but shorter legs. Each paw has 2 sharp claws, and there are pink paw pads on the back feet. Its underbelly and rear are also pink. It does not need much food, and it only eats 3 leaves each day. Its heart only beats once a minute. In Gen 3, Slakoth was its signature move. It makes its nest in tropical forests and keeps the same one during its entire life. However, it can travel far by swimming in rivers. As mentioned in the sleep style decks, drowsy power is the only thing that makes Slakoth move in order to sleep near Snorlax. Prior to Gen 5 and in Gen 9, Slakoth and its fully evolved form, Slaking, are the only known Pokemon that can have Truant as an ability. Evolution, Slakoth evolves into Vigoroth, which evolves into Slaking. So, Slakoth, Vigoroth, Slaking. Game data, NPC appearances. Pokemon Ranger, Clyde uses a Slakoth to back up his Slaking. Pokemon Mystery Dungeons, Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness. Slakoth and Slowpoke are members of Team Slacker, the Zero Motivation Exploration Team. Pokedex entries in Gen 3 and Ruby. Slakoth flows around for over 20 hours every day. Because it moves so little, it does not need much food. This Pokemon's sole daily meal consists of just 3 leaves. Sapphire. Slakoth's heart beats just once a minute. Whatever happens, it is content to loaf around motionless. It is rare to see this Pokemon in motion. Emerald. It sleeps virtually all day and night long. It doesn't change its nest its entire life, but it sometimes travels great distances by swimming in rivers. Fire Red and Leaf Green. It sleeps for 20 hours every day, making drowsy those that see it is one of its abilities. In Gen 4, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, it spends nearly all its time in a day sprawled out. Just seeing it makes one drowsy. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. The way Slakoth rolls around makes anyone who watches it feel like doing the same. In Gen 5, Black and White is Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum's entry. Black 2 and White 2. If it eats just 3 leaves in a day, it is satisfied. Other than that, it sleeps for 20 hours a day. In Gen 6, X is basically Heart Gold and Soul Silver's, but Slakoth is now the correct casing. Y is Black 2 and White 2's entry. Omega Ruby is basically Ruby's, but Slakoth and Pokemon are now the correct casing, and the word 20 has been replaced by the number 20. Alpha Sapphire is basically Sapphires, but Slakoth and Pokemon are now the correct casing. The Gen 8 Pokedex entry is its Diamond and Pearl counterpart. In Gen 9, Scarlet is Fire Red and Leaf Green's entry. Violet is X's entry. We got Slakoth and the Paldea Pokedex with a Psyduck and a Slowpoke. And you've got Slakoth and the Blueberry Pokedex. Got a few of them. Oh yeah, its butt is you can see the button will hop in. Interesting. Yeah. Fun with a bunch of them. One of them was even sleeping. Game locations, side game locations, stats, base stats, HP, attack, and defense 60, Special attack is special defense 35, speed 30 for a total of 280. Pokeathlon stats. Type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, psychic, ice, dragon, dark, and fairy. With 2 fighting for double, immune to ghost, resistant to nothing. Notes, if this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of ghost type moves is 1, so go from 0 to 1. Learn set by leveling up, 1 Scratch and Yawn, 6 Encore, 9 Slakoth, 14 Headbutt, 17 Amnesia, 22 Covet, 25 Throat Chop, 30 Counter, 33 Flail, and 38 Play Rough. By TM, 1 Takedown, 5 Mud Slap, 7 Protect, 18 Thief, 22 Chilling Water, 25 Facade, 27 Aerial Ace, 31 Metal Claw, 34 Icy Wind, 35 Mud Shot, 36 Rock Tomb, 43 Fling, 47 Endure, 49 Saturday, 50 Rain Dance, 57 False Swipe, 58 Brick Break, 59 Zen Headbutt, 61 Shadow Claw, 64 Bull Cup, 66 Body Slam, 67 Fire Punch, 68 Thunder Punch, 69 Ice Punch, 70 Sleep Talk, 71 Seed Bomb, 80 Metronome, 83 Poison Jab, 85 Rest, 86 Rock Slide, 102 Gunk Shot, 103 Substitute, 105 X Scissor, 114 Shadow Ball, 122 Encore, 125 Flame Thrower, 126 Thunderbolt, 127 Play Rough, 128 Amnesia, 130 Helping Hand, 135 Ice Beam, 141 Fire Blast, 143 Blizzard, 166 Thunder, 168 Solar Beam, 171 Terra Blast, 192 Focus Punch, 221 Throat Chop, and 224 Curse. By breeding, this group gives you After You, this group gives you Body Slam, this group gives you Crush Claw, this group gives you Curse, this group gives you Hammer Arm, this group gives you Night Slash, this group gives you Slash, this group gives you Snore, and this group gives you Tickle. Side game data, you got all of this. Pokemon Ranger in the browser entry. Like the name suggests, Slakoth is slow. However, its claws can't be overlooked. Shadows of Alvia. It hardly ever does anything. May try a Cutting Slash on occasion. This. Okay. Pokemon Sleep. Slakoth spends nearly all its time in a day sprawled out, trying to use as little energy as possible. Drowsy power is the only thing that can successfully lure it to come and sleep by Snorlax's side. Slacking sleep, self-grooming sleep, snacking sleep, and a top belly sleep. Costumes in Pokemon Go, a visor, that's kinda silly. Evolution data, Slakoth. Level 18, Vigoroth. Level 36, Slacking. Sprites here, so a little bit darker brown. A little darker tan, I guess. And darker pink as well. Pink for the shiny, that's kinda fun. And kinda orange. See the pink, but Gen 4, not really much changes, it's almost identical, I think. It might slightly change, but yeah, more or less. Same, darker purple, kind of red now. Gen 5, again, basically the same, a little bit, yeah, so this one introduces sort of the lighter colors and the lighter pink, yeah. And full back sprites, of course. Yep. Then Gen 6 is now sprawled out. Probably slightly different colors again. Yeah, a little bit lighter on the pink and probably the tan as well. This is probably lighter pink, is pinkish purple as well, and this is sort of pink now. Not really much changes between the two of them. The eyes get, I think, a little bit more rounded, and same with the nose. Homes, you got those. In animation, Slakoth in Pokemon Journeys the Series. And Shiny Slakoth in Pokemon Journeys the Series. Pokedex entries. I already recorded this Pokedex entry in the anime section, so let May's Pokedex read it.
Slakoth, the slacker Pokemon. Slakoth is generally found sleeping, and very few ever witness it in motion.
So Slakoth in a Poketoon, I guess. There's a Poketoon. In the manga. Slakoth in Pokemon Adventures. Okay. In the TCG. Trivia. Slakoth is one of 14 Pokemon that one could collect foreign Pokedex entries for in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. According to Ken Sugimori in an interview, Slakoth's name was conceived first before its character design was created. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Slakoth, despite being programmed to spawn in South Province, Area 3, will not do so due to the lack of appropriate trees in the area. Origin Slakoth is based on sloths, perhaps specifically the two-toed sloth. It also has some similarities to human infants, such as spending more time sleeping than awake, and primarily lying on its stomach, as babies do not have the muscle mass to hold themselves upright. Slakoth's evolutionary line goes through 3 stages of energy, where Slakoth is lazy, Vigoroth becomes extraordinarily energetic, and later slacking becomes lazy again. This may be a reference to the Sphinx riddle, in which the baby crawls on 4 legs. The adult has the most energy and walks on 2 legs, and the old man walks on 3 legs, one of which is a cane. In the case of slacking, 2 legs and an arm touch the ground in its most preferable position. Name origin, Slakoth. It may be a combination of slack off and sloth. Namakaro may be a combination of namakaru, to slack off / laze around, and namakamono, sloth. Now the languages, references, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Slakoth's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 343, Love Petalburg Style. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, and his traveling companions Brock, May, and Max, as well as his faithful Pokemon Pikachu, have come to Petalburg City so that Ash can battle May and Max's father Norman, the local gym leader. Brock, May, and Max have come to their dad's gym / greenhouse, where Max has spotted a Vigoroth and now a Slakoth. So now she's checking her Pokedex.
Slakoth, the slacker Pokemon. Slakoth is generally found sleeping, and very few ever witness it in motion.
That's cool. I've never seen a Slakoth wide awake before.
It seems like it really likes you, Max.
Come on, I've got to tell you guys something. It's...
Oh, yeah, that was, like, one of the assistants of the dad or whatever. He brought them there. Anyway, that seems to be Slakoth's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Slakoth. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you familiar with the series, you might be wondering why we're on the single image, and that's because this is the only image we'll be doing today. So this is Slakoth by Lord Soril. So, I mean, it's not really Slakoth, let's be honest. It's an AI art, and so this is supposed to be an approximation of what, I don't know, like this weird killer Slakoth or something. It's not the right colors at all. You can probably tell that very obviously. Yeah, it's whatever. Let's move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight, as I'll be waiting until I've talked about Vigoroth to catch a Slakoth. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Vigoroth. As always, this is my proper outfit, and you'll see me tomorrow.